So let's talk about Say Yes to the Dress America. I'm so excited about what I've seen so far. You have an amazing finale coming up.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
52 brides. You are officiating the wedding.
Yes.
Is it 52 individual weddings or a mass wedding?
It's a massive wedding with 52 couples, one from each state, plus DC and Puerto Rico. And I have to tell you, it's one of the most magical and incredible experiences of my entire life. I will never forget this moment because 10 of the brides, I actually got to go to their state and meet them personally.
Yeah.
Meet their fiancés, meet their families, see where they're from. Because when they come in the salon, we meet them for a few minutes and it's like, oh, my fiancé Andy. But then you go to, we go to Colorado and meet Sammy Joe's fiancé Andy, and it's like, oh, then you really get to know Andy and where she's from and what she's about. So when she came into the salon, those 10 that did for those private appointments, it's like you're seeing a friend and you're helping them get married. But then with the rest of the brides, the 42 that came in, what was so amazing is that it wasn't like they were coming in to find a dress. They had to say yes to a dress because they're getting married 2 days later.
Right.
Or a day and a half later.
That's insane.
So it was, our goal was to make sure that they didn't just compromise on the dress. We wanted them to make sure that they fell in love with their dress. And then on the wedding day, I have to say, it was one of the most incredible experiences. We had a few meltdowns in hair and makeup. Because every bride has this vision of how she wants to look on her wedding day.
Yeah.
And even though we had one of the best teams of hair and makeup artists that we could put together, still you're not able to always just explain to them how you want to look. So we had about 8 to 10 girls that melted down. But what was so amazing to me was, just like on the movie Miss Congeniality, all of the other brides jumped in and said, I'm a makeup artist, I can do your hair, we have Katie from Georgia.
Fantastic.
She's like, I'm on my 5th head of hair and I'm just happy as a pig in mud. For me, what really makes this show so incredible and so timely is that with everything that's going on in our world right now, that everything's so divisive, just to see everyone come together and just see how much more we have in common than what divides us. We had a fiancé that passed out from heat exhaustion, had to be taken to the hospital.
You told me it was July earlier.
July the 10th, and it was like 90 degrees outside.
In Central Park.
We had lots of water on hand, we had lots of everything to cool them off, but inevitably somebody's going to overheat. We thought it was going to be one of the brides. It was a groom and a fiance, and they had to take him to the hospital. So you'll have to see how this ends, because I made a promise that I was going to marry 52 couples, and I don't break a promise. So you have to see what I did.
I can't wait to see how that works out. You also have some industry pals on hand that day. Haley Page is there.
So blessed to have my girlfriend.
Is there.
Buddy and I go back since the day I started, on TLC, and he's such a good friend. I've been to his house, and with his wife Lisa, we've been to Paris together for different events for TLC, and he's such a great guy. And when I met with him, he said, Randy, what do you need for the cake? It's got to be big. It's got to be over the top.
Yeah.
So it's so amazing. He actually did flowers from each state and put them on the cake to represent every single bride's state and couple state. He went out of the way. Haley Page stepped in as America's bridesmaid, and also donated a lot of wedding gowns and veils, and was there to really kind of fluff them and give them that one last piece of encouragement before they walked down the steps at the Bethesda Fountain in Central Park.
Oof, they had to walk down steps too.
Let me tell you.
Oh my God.
52 brides had to walk down all those steps. And you know how many steps there are. I mean, that's a long staircase.
Yeah.
And you know what? Not one of them tripped or stumbled in a wedding dress.
That's
or
impressive.
Anything. It was like we had all the angels above just really looking out for us that day, really, seriously.
Oh, well, that sounds amazing. I can't wait to see it. I don't even know how you're going to top this. Where do you go from there?
A wedding from every country around the world, maybe.
I mean, 2021. Let's get that going.
Honey, I got my passport. My little dog Chewy has his passports.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to go.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Say Yes to the Dress 2-hour season finale airs Saturday, March 14th at 8/7 Central on TLC.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.